Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the PEL promos for 2020. We're going to see exactly where we're going to go. I'm Lee Demon Smith, and joining me is Lauren Pansy Scott once again for you. And Tempus, as Martin said,
as Frost said.
well, I mean, I said it as well in the game. It's throwing us all through the loop, but they got on for a potential record-winning day. 44 points already.
Well, look,
3 games.
Look, ENCE, Squeaky said it perfectly. Just take winning spots, Forehead. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just take winning spots and win.
What did he say? Keep your eyes open and your mouth shut.
Well, I've already messed that up, haven't I? My bad. Caster, stop talk, start game.
Start the game. Start the game.
All right, though. But yeah, this has been a big showing for Tempus, and I'm glad to see ELGIGANTEN up there as well. I think so far I've seen some big talent there, and we haven't seen a win from the PEL teams yet.
No, we haven't seen anything from them yet.
Like,
I mean, that was
the closest, I guess, as well.
Well, GL as well in that third place in that last game.
Yeah, very true.
In fairness, if they have won the battle, they were still going to lose to Tempus. Tempus had that game as soon as they engaged each other, GamerLegion and QuickMath in the shack. There really was no other way out of it. No. And I spoke to bjorN quickly, and he's just like, "Oh man, running downhill, trying to throw nades, it's a nightmare."
It's a big meme. It's a big meme trying to make that happen. It just sucks that you see it so clearly. You're like, oh, I've absolutely dribbled it. There's not much more you can do.
Mistakes have been made.
Right. Erangel coming up. So we've seen Miramar. We've seen Sanhok. From what I've seen so far, we see a lot more scrappy plays. Teams are willing to commit. I guess a little bit more earlier on. People are willing to fight, and I quite like that. I quite like that about some of these teams, that they're not afraid. I thought we'd see a lot more passive play, and we haven't been.
We haven't seen much from PG-18 either yet. They've kind of been rubbing shoulders with Airstation Mike.
Yep.
But for a team that kind of dominated contenders, really, I wouldn't say it's a bit harsh to say dominated, but they were very strong. Let's put it that way. So there's a bit of work to do from some of these teams. We are having their first look at them on Erangel, Airstation Mike there. They've had some semi-good performances. What were they, 4th in the last game, I think it was?
They were around the final circle. They were up on the hill with like ENCE, GamerLegion and all of that lot. So they were very much end game. So they were well within the top 5 if I'm not mistaken. However, you guys at home, as I don't see headsets on just yet, feel free to chat to us. When you see them put their headphones on, then you know it's actually close to game time, and I'm not just talking nonsense. So feel free to use the hashtag AskPEL or just talk to us right about now about what you think is going to happen coming to Erangel. Will we see another contenders team picking up a victory here, or finally will it stabilize? The teams who just fell out of PEL might pick something up here.
Too sure. I mean, Unity, they had the experience, and Octave spent about 20 minutes in the game so far. It's not been a good start for him. Tornado Energy, another team, you know, with some very strong fragging power on there, and they've kind of been in good positions for fight. In that Sanhok game, I was surprised that I felt like they were in a position to win the fights, and then they lost. So I always get confused by it. Quick math. It's the irony of the sign. It's literally a caster nightmare right there.
It is. It's terrible. We'll never look at it. I do see headsets going on though, so we are very close to game time. The countdown looks like it's in maybe 30 seconds, 20 seconds. We'll be good. And I want to see that playing path. I want to see the drops. Again, we heard that technically there weren't meant to be any kind of clashes or contested areas, but things can change as much as the scrims can happen. People do adjust. And we'll see who manages to get where and how it looks going out of that.
We know that ENCE have gone south, right? They've gone to South George now, apparently. And at one point I did hear there was 3 teams in Pochinki, but I feel that a lot of that's changed. So, I mean, day one you never know. You never know what you're really going to get from it.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it shakes out. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first game of Erangel underway here. 20 matches in total, 3 of them already played. Are we going to see Tempus get in the Chicken Dinner World Tour in one day? And that would be a record.
You've got to do it now. The chat's just catching up, and I just get asked, do you ever try making butterbeer?
Butterbeer?
Yeah, you know the Harry Potter stuff?
Yeah.
No, I did not, but it's on the list. It's on the list of things. And what else is on the list is looking at this plain path.
It's quite a south one.
It is. So this could be a bit of a stretch for anyone going far up north, and
It's north.
I'm looking where everyone goes here. This is where I'm just gonna stare at the screen.
So
Excuse me while I
DA
don't
and
talk.
Jokers, I'm seeing straight away, pretty much.
They're very close.
I mean, Mitraleius and Co, they're going for the same vehicle, right? That's what's happening there. SIXMO looks like he's doing the same thing.
Bloody hell.
We do have Northern Lights going south. GamerLegion are actually going to Navi drop, effectively. Which is funny, because that spot there, sort of in and around Ferry Pier and that lot, never used to be a loot drop.
No.
Obviously, GamerLegion always used to go yellows further across, so it's not so surprising that now, with Navi out the picture, they can just spread out a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks okay. We do see...
Where's Pixel going compared to the rest of his team? He's like, boys, Mill to Power is open.
Is this their intended spread?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so this was one of the
No,
contested...
don't run over it. Oh, no.
Bonk. SKUIJKE happy with that. Just go to the winning areas. Forehead, there it is. Big work, big pickup. And did adjust South George.
How
that was all we
annoying is
discussed.
that?
Oh, it did.
To die like that
Hey,
when
hey.
you've just sat there.
Do you know what's really cool, though? Is Tempest is slap bang in the middle of the
Again,
circle.
yeah.
This is a big
Oh, my
area,
word.
isn't it? Right, so we've got an eastern circle right around Shelter as your kind of center point. You can look at it any way you want around that. We've had lots of endings in this area.
Yeah.
This used to be a very big ending for ENCE, actually. Again, you look at Sanok, the place where they normally go. Tempest went and Tempest did well in. You look at
Jeez.
this. That's not what I was saying to look at, but...
It's good timing, though.
I don't even know where that is on the map. Like, mine's just like a blurry image.
Pachinki,
of
I
just-
guess.
maybe?
Is it near the church of Pachinki? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I've never seen that sign before. Help me.
They're catching us off guard.
I just need to turn my settings up.
Yeah. All you see is a brown smear of a
It
painting.
literally is. It's just like mud everywhere. I didn't even know they had bricks in that building. It's just, it's very surprising. But we did see DA very close by to the Joker, so I do want to keep a little bit of an eye towards that. It looks like it's somewhat...
This is weird, right? Because they used to drop Rozok, and Rozok was totally available. I can see Last Crew are in Rozok at the moment. So, is this an adjustment from DA? Because I'm not convinced by this adjustment. I mean, I know Rozok can be rough in loot sometimes as it is, but like spread quarries,
So
I don't know what.
If you're, in my mind, if you're a PEL team and you're coming into this, if you're going to change your drop, you upgrade, right? So for me, if you're ENCE, this is an upgrade for them. Rather than doing like this kind of, the northern coast area or maybe
South
even
George,
Stalber,
definitely.
this is a much better area for them. I do not like seeing that DA have gone to what I'd
Because
argue is
GamerLegion
a
done the
lesser
same,
spot.
right? They're like, okay, we're going to flex, we're going to get more of our territory that
Yep.
Navi have done. Like you say, ENCE, they're going South George, strong position, strong point. They can go into DA. Don't really know what on earth they're thinking.
No, I'm curious. Again, if the circle's on the other side, would I be saying the same thing? Debatable, because I don't know what loot they're going to get out of this. It's very, very sparse. They're fighting for vehicles. It's a bit rough, and so is that drop.
Same as 7. 7 could have adjusted position because they always had the Gatka loot. Well, actually, no. So, okay, they've kind of taken the Crow Crowd spot, right? They've kind of taken a lot of that area. They always used to be semi sort of down there, spread out, wasn't sure their position.
Oh, look at this. You've got a lot of people going center point here. Or at least trying to. Look at Quick Maths, look at Train Hard, look at Airstation Mike. They're all kind of around a very similar area. It's all this. This is going to be like kind of the centralized point, if you want to look at it that way.
Tempest lost the race, and Train Hard beat them to the Alamo there. Somewhat surprising, so they've just gone into the warehouse, and that can always be the danger when the circle centers on your loot position. A little bit of air time for GamerLegion there as they go on the rotate. Tempest just securing all their vehicles in here as you'd expect. Bit of trade in the meds, etc., and bullets.
Lovely. I wonder where the other two players are. Are they in the compound, or where are they?
I really like IG though. Look, they've got the entire East Coast.
Yeah, very nice for them.
Like from prison across. You can just slice the entirety of the map, and it's all theirs.
Yeah, it's unlikely that it ends there, but it's not impossible.
It could certainly pull that way to prison.
It
there's no
really
doubt at the
could.
moment.
I mean, I don't mind it at all. I love the area that seniks is in right now. I think that's one of my favorite spots, even though it very rarely goes near it. It gives you such good view across.
On the hillside,
yeah,
over
exactly.
Mansion,
It's like the kind of
right?
weird little double. I really like that, so I'm glad to see them there. I mean, again, it's not like it doesn't really change much. But beyond the fact, you've got to look again. DA and the
What
Jokers.
is going on with DA and the Jokers? Like,
I don't know.
They're weird rotating around each other, around that quarry at the moment. So ENCE are on the move. It's going to be... Don't go north. No, no. Why are they? They're going to Cube. Actually, they might catch ELGIGANTEN. Oh no, they're going to clash.
Yep.
ENCE and Giganten are going to clash at Cube.
They very much are, but we see a pull-up. What on earth? Some of these engagements
so
are... Wait, hold on. Oh, this is such a big play. If he'd sat there behind the door, that would have made me so happy, but he's in so much danger. You've got a player on one side, player on the other. He's in a world of trouble here.
He's getting pushed from behind. I don't think he realised it. I guess he stopped.
It's a nice angle he's
That's a good position, and he gets the knock. Doesn't get the flush. He's mid-reload. Mid-reload, yeah. Couldn't do anything about it.
Some of these pull-ups are mad, by the way. Like, I get it's a really good compound to be fighting for.
Yeah.
But there are other options. Quick Math are like, all right, we need to back now. It looks like, you know, they can stabilize, get these 2 revives, and we can't really stop it. So, is that a liquid compound? It was. So they can back away
It is a compound that can be... GL are going on Tempest.
What on earth is going on? Are they crashing? Yeah, bjorN is right in there. This is
Tempest are backing
and they
out.
backed.
Yeah,
they only had 2 of them there, but Fexx is on the...
Oh my
He's chasing
word.
this one. He's got a world of trouble in his way. Yeah, they haven't fully pulled out of this compound yet. This is madness, Lee. I don't get this because as much as you want to get these kind of crazy games, they're risking so much.
This is phase 1. What are they doing? Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to fight for this right now. I don't know. Maybe this is the aggression that they wanted to show, that they're finally starting to feel it. I don't know. bjorN has been left in the lurch, though, behind that tree. bjorN has got an angle, a position to be able to push that. There is cover from that wall. I'm just going to play it safe with the nades, though.
It's just... Man, Contenders is wild. Like, jeez. These guys are insane. Yeah, okay, let's kind of talk about the knock-on effect of that whole scenario. GamerLegion actually come out okay in the end, I guess.
It's a 1-for-1, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the worst in the world for them. I don't think they...
No, did they get anyone from Tempest? I don't think they did they?
Well, I think Tempest lost Wookie Bookie. I don't know if it was directly because of that, but now you've got Airstation Mike engaging as well, so they're getting a lot of attention from a lot of areas. And so maybe this is a bit of a poor adjustment.
Is Jazza pushed down?
I don't know. We're watching...
Because that's a nade. I mean, the crate's lovely and all. It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, why even look at that?
We literally have fights for once.
This is literally outside Milter Power where nobody even sees it, let alone goes near it. Meanwhile, Airstation, Mike, and GamerLegion. There we go. So he did push down. He's gone back up the hill already, so it doesn't matter. It's a null void. Point!
Let's have a go, ToWzErA. Big shots. Maccandark just got completely backhanded out the window. It was a little bit too brazen to be peeking like that. If you're going to sit there and peek a window, eventually someone's going to kind of humble you a little, and they did. Now, this buys a second for Airstation Mike to try and just kind of stabilize, take stock of the situation, and that's what you sometimes need in this, because you've got so many positions now with different teams. You've got, you know, Tempest up towards Shelter, or the, what do we want to call it? Hangar, excuse me. And then you have Airstation Mike, of course, on the hillside that rolls south of Shelter, and GamerLegion somewhere in the middle, and that's a big circle move. We're going southeast. This is so good.
Look at IG. They're just like, lol. This is ass. Unity also in a good position, just coming out of Novo. Northern Lights still on Sosnovka.
Where were these circles during PEL?
Don't know.
Oh, look at this.
I love a lumber mill circle.
Oh, go on. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Airstation Mike on the move. Tornado Energy moving straight across. Everyone's piling in. IG, we said it rarely goes east. Never goes east. Of course it does. Now it does.
Yeah.
Now it's fun galore. The fun police have left. They've allowed us freedom. So they've gone and taken over the kind of, I guess, the yellowish building.
Oh
no, that's not good. Hold on. Are they just backing up? Just back it up, dude.
Compot, you've made a mess of that. You've made a really bad mess of that. Oh, and Seven just driving through!
They pull up, and Edelweiss is in so much danger by Edelweiss. What is this matchup?
You see, I mean, it's literally the cars were backing up in as slow a mode as they can, and they still chose to just drive through. I don't even know what you were thinking there.
They're running up on PG-18 here. They already found one. The others are kind of holding this higher ground on the entrance towards Shelter, so it's a little bit tricky. But Hamster might have a big angle on this. There goes Deez. Recruit's just behind him, but I don't think he's seen him.
Oh, I thought, yeah, now he has. Now he's in trouble, Hamster. So he had the flank angle. It looked like the double, but you can see bjorN's coming over the top of the brow of the hill. Recruit will try and ENCE are back, but Wanderer does get hamster down. We saw him obviously taking the shots from the distance, but I think that is all it's going to be. The solo man for PG18 off in the distance.
Yeah, that feels bad for GamerLegion. They could have had 3 there. That feels way better than 2 going into those later circles. And they're not exactly in prime position either. Wanderer's off. He's going to be playing his own game now. bjorN and the boys need to kind of calm down, take stock of everything around them. IG have prime position. I'd say DA actually have a really good spot on that southern side if this does shrink away from the northern side of Mansion, for example.
And ENCE have benefited so much from this rotate. They were on the in the vehicles, on the move, coming down north. They were up Yasnaya way when that circle shifted.
Yep.
They're now on the coastline, sort of at the crates. They've got this split along the cliff edge and then around the side.
Oh, look who's creeping up here. Tempus are about to knock on GamerLegion's door. I don't know if they're aware of this either, because they made it across the road without being seen.
Jokers have pulled up. Set completely unaware that Giganten are here. Set was scouting and shooting someone in the distance, and he's had a mare driving away as well. Back to Tempus, though. They look to be disengaging and off on the edge, or maybe GamerLegion have just shied away from them.
It could be. They could be just shuffling around each other. It looks like Tempus are going to work around them. You've pointed something out here. Northern Lights are yet to be in the circle.
They've come over from Sosnovka, over the West Bridge. They were very scared of Unity. Clearly there's something going on there that we didn't catch. Meanwhile, Tempus back at shelter. GamerLegion have completely backed off.
Well, I don't think GamerLegion moved. It's that Tempus have just gone around them, which is going to be a big springboard going forward if it does come to them having to close in together.
By the way, with this shift the way it is, you've got to go back to questioning GamerLegion's push on that compound at Phase 1. It's literally not netting them anything, and all it did is lost them a player.
Well, that's why, I mean, time and time again, these pro players say it's not worth to do it when you see PEL, the consistency. Here comes bjorN. This could be a big trap here, Clib, and the boys are waiting, and this looks like maybe a spin out. I'm not sure. There goes bjorN. We'll watch the map. And there he goes. So that's a big pick. And now we see it moving away from the water's edge. That's fine. And we're looking at Lumberyard. Beautiful circle. Airstation Mike, good positioning on that too. I like that. Yeah,
this could work out well for them. They backed away. They've already engaged with Tempus a few times. They have that hillside position. They just need to be a little careful about Wanderer. That solo play can always cause a problem for them. Here's Hani catching bjorN out. They were totally unaware that Tempus ran straight by them on the shelter.
That's why it's always nice having more than 2 players, because you're able to maintain some angles.
Look, there's another crate in the water that nobody cares about.
Has there been a single land crate? Just out of curiosity? I don't think so. Unity pulling up towards 7. Let's get on board with that one. No context here because we're in the free cam over the sky. But Orange, out of bullets, has to back away, readjust. But there is a problem with the third party. DA are very close by, and as our Tornado Energy, there's fire everywhere. There's no clean fights here. This
is a big battle for center position in that lumber mill. Oh, this is a really strong position for Unity. They should be able to get Snoopy back on his feet, and Uktiv down there having the longest game time of his life in this this promo so far. This is the longest he's survived. He's really racking up the numbers now.
Yeah, and look how many teams are here. Look at all these angles that are already being just controlled. You've got 7 northeast, Unity southeast. You've got Tornado Energy on the western side of it, and then further north, Airstation Mike. So this whole area's got vision. Everyone's got vision on this area. Northern Lights slot in on the western side, going to probably take over some of those compounds. Perfectly reasonable. At this point, you can't be vying for a lot more.
I'm liking DA split down south. They've got this 2-2 split. Yep. Sort of just, you know, covering off the fact that they could go down south of Milton. We've seen it go that way a couple of times, hard shift down. And they've also got the edge hill line near the lumber mill.
Getting spread out here. They're folding in towards one of the other teams. 7 were previous here, but 7 have kind of shifted further north, which now opens up so much vision towards IG, for example, who are shooting uphill towards this. They're way further down southeast, exactly.
Well, Maccandark, the last man for GamerLegion, hoping to recover some sort of points for them. Did I just see an Orm there? Was that at 24? I didn't quite catch it. He's gone back to shelter. He's inside the circle. Let's see if he can drive the bike better than Fexx.
Tornado Energy holding ground. This is nice. I like this position too. The rocks really give you a little bit more to play with. You can actually kind of work around it. And wow, quick maths were quickly deleted. I don't know what happened there, but it was all very swift. The 2 remaining players were picked up, and ELGIGANTEN, again, mopping up points.
How the hell? What just happened? All I saw, I looked at the map as soon as I saw it, and they were all in vehicles moving south. So Marcelek just like bodied them and just, it's all right, boys, I got it. Don't worry, just keep on driving. I don't know where they're going to go. It looks like the Harry Potter for ELGIGANTEN. That's where Marcelek's going to finish off. That's going to be near Jokers and obviously the west wall of the prison area.
Has he seen Set? I think he has. Yeah, he's creeping behind Set. This could be, he needs to be really clean on this kill if he wants it. Sprays down, really nice work from Maccandark, but now all of them know where he is. He's going to try and use the low ground to avoid line of sight. And yeah, why not? Get the car, get out of there, do something, flush, get some points. New circle hits.
He's crawling around the car.
He did get him in the end. Oh, well,
circle centers as well, so okay, I mean, that's a point for GamerLegion. It's actually drawn the attention of Tempest and the Jokers. ELGIGANTEN may actually involve Marcelek shooting Jokers as well, so everybody's kind of looking that way at the moment. But yeah, this lumber mill battle that we saw earlier on is going to be the focal point, obviously, and the edges of the prison wall, etc. That's where everybody's looking right now. It benefits ENCE, who are way out on the eastern side. They've got to worry about IG down the south inside gaming. DA also on the south side. They only need to just work their way up that hill.
Damn, thinking PG-18, these guys were tipped to be very good coming into this, and we haven't seen that quite finding its form yet. Maccandark again finds Daboom. He's piece by piece, he's assassinating the Jokers. Just all on his lonesome. If he can do more damage, that'd be very impressive.
He's going to go prison. He's going to go prison, I think.
See if he can get the
Is he just going to send it over the wall, do you reckon?
I don't know. I think for now.
No, he's not. He's moving up on Daboom. He's just going one by one.
It's worth getting the points.
Tab's nading him. Ted's nading him.
Yeah, but now there's threats from the other side, so maybe the Jokers are now taking too many fights on too many fronts. Daboom still bleeding. A nice quick work from Moon there. If he could get the follow-up, that'd be perfect, but now getting tagged in the back from Spyro. He can't convert the second, and now the northern side is crumbling.
And Tempest down.
Yeah, Tempest go down.
Jokers are falling. Maccandark's still going. Oh, or is he? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's coming at you, Maccandark. There was one day we would follow those nades in, but today is not that day. No, no, no. Tab, what in the world? What in the world? Maccandark. 6. Oh, no. Surprise.
Feels good, man. All right, we're down to 11 teams, 40 players, though, and this area is condensed. Remember, this is all kind of a hillside. It all peaks around prison, a little bit higher up, maybe a little bit south of prison. It all peaks, so you've got a lot of teams able to house themselves here because of line of sight. That's the thing you've got to remember here is that, you know, you can be somewhat safe. You do have Tornado Energy. You have Airstation Mike, Northern Lights, all very close by, but somewhat safe because of the hillside and how it kind of rolls up.
Northern Lights, yeah. Airstation Mike, they had a good position, but they've not really moved from it. They've and whether it was Tornado Energy that stopped them on that hillside, or whether it was like the fear of the ELGIGANTEN, actually it was PG-18 at one point as well on that northern side. Ooh, DA spotted. That's down on the south side. So SIXMO, they kind of had the south to themselves, but as you can say, last crew have now crept upon them. Beautiful Death also knocked. That's down south. So DA with 2 down at the moment. Mitraleius is going to try and get one at his feet, but they are pushing it.
Yeah, where's Mert in this? He's the one who can try and defend them. He's the only one who's not currently busy. Oh, no, this is not good. He's a little late to respond, but he's holding the high ground here. Going to be looking down from that Harry Potter tower, but last crew at the door. That's going to be a flush at the very least at a Beautiful Death. Mitraleius back on his feet, though, and now maybe they've got to be careful because their comfort is going to be challenged by SIXMO and Mitraleius. Once we see their angles, we can see what they have to work with.
Yeah, Mert's trying to cover off that hillside. SIXMO's got a good off angle here.
Oh, Mitraleius.
Nades chasing him down. Oh.
North shift. We're going to prison, boys.
Oh, dear me. Well, ENCE, again, looking good for that. So is Train Hard up on the wall side of the eastern side of prison. It's going to light up on the western side. We're going to have Tornado Energy, Airstation Mike, Northern Lights, you can see, and ELGIGANTEN all clashing on that side. While we see DA and last crew all pressuring one another. They have to move so much as well. They're on the far side. Oh, no.
Yeah, Tornado Energy starting to look downhill as well. Their 2-2 split is paying dividends, and there starts the fight in the northwestern side. Northern Lights trying to fight their way forward, but they've already received a bit of a flush towards them.
It's not looking good. DA, I thought I'd see more from them today. I've got to be honest. I thought this was going to be the day we started to see sort of flashes of brilliance from them in terms of kill potential. Remember, they had that 15, 16 kill game that once on. And he's going to force them around the south side. Now, it is the right way to go. That also puts pressure on... Oh, that's Nade's got him. Okay. And yeah, Northern Lights are in deep trouble here, so they're just going to get finished off.
They're
you can see Airstation
like
Mike Bunning, yeah.
Well, the problem is, though, ELGIGANTEN are doing somewhat of a similar thing. So if Airstation Mike don't clean this up quick, they're going to be in between a rock and a hard place. And you don't want that. You want clean fights. And now with ELGIGANTEN in the kill feed, they might notice that they're not alone here. They might need to remind themselves of that, because that's not their name in the kill feed, getting the kills on the teams they're engaging against. Jazza tries to get the reload, looking for the next follow-up.
And look at Tornado Energy as well. They've pushed up on the hillside as well, so kind of getting surrounded. Inside Gaming have run into the back of ENCE. This was expected. Now, Inside Gaming, they have to deal with this fast. They've got DA coming up behind them and Last Crew all running in behind Inside Gaming. So if they don't deal with ENCE or don't sort of shut them off, they're going to get caught in the back and completely off guard.
There's so many things that can go wrong with this now. Quizzy getting tagged up, can't make the nade on the door, so he needs to fall away from this Unity. As I said, a bit of a slow grind, but they've definitely been getting there. Deep trying to make his way out of the blue again. This man is perpetually in the blue, and we still see more teams in the southeast.
Yeah, Last Crew about to bump straight into the building of Unity. You can see them on the hillside, right up them. We did see Quizzy with that nade, and he really wanted to throw it out, but it's a little too late at the moment. You can see him trying to get the revive off. Jappy will be able to get himself a little angle, but immediately he's getting a shot from, I think that's from the north. It is Tornado Energy getting involved in this, trying to third party as much as they can, and Octave does go down. 21 minutes was as long as he could make it. Don't think he's going to be finished off though, but Inside Gaming, I told you, DA were coming and it'd just been caught off.
Yeah, Mitraleius is continuing to run, and this is going to be a bloodbath here. You've got ENCE on the way. The Finnish Hunters are coming through. Inside Games is eliminated. Quizzy's now trying to work his way back in towards cover because Tornado Energy, leave him on 2 HP. He's barely alive.
Inside Gaming had the entire east side to themselves at one point.
Airstation Mike have found ELGIGANTEN.
Go, and that's Giganten just getting bodied. There's Deep still out there for Northern Lights. He's the last man standing. Meanwhile, Rip, just inside, right next to SIXMO. Hello, SIXMO? SIXMO?
I can't see him.
Forever the snakes in the grass.
He knows he's close. He's heard those steps, but he can't quite see him.
Well, this circle, Mitraleius ran for it, and sure as hell, he's in the center of the next circle. Just DA thinks.
DA find circle, hit Z. But hey, it works. Who am I to judge?
So Airstation Mike are gathering. They're gathering over on the western side. And they're going to work their way in. Their next focus will be Tornado Energy. ENCE, meanwhile, have the entire east. They're watching everything that plays out down the south side. Oh, no. Airstation are going all in vehicles. And Tornado Energy watching it right up close and personal. But, oh, no. Trainhard catching two of them off, straight of them off. What in the world just happened? That is just about the worst rotate I've seen today.
Full send. I love it. Why not? Absolutely. Just barrel in there. I mean, technically, they could have probably walked it up against Tornado Energy, maybe feeling there's more teams still out there on that western side. They are eliminated. It was a bit of a mad lad move, but I absolutely love a full send. That makes me very happy.
I mean, I guess they all committed. SIXMO's found out, so ENCE now have, oh my god, so much control of this circle.
Oh, that nade! The bounce was so good.
Tornado Energy still got 4 alive here. Buster could be, Sadovnik could be a thorn in their side at the Harry Potter. Trainhard, well, they got 1 down. And the French team on the edge of the prison. But ENCE have a massive control here.
Yeah, ENCE should be getting involved in this. Only 3 kills, not a huge kill game for them just yet. Could definitely get that a lot higher. Sadovnik definitely just saw at least one of them.
Watch him get shot in the back by ENCE here. He's trying to do them a favor and cut them out, but ENCE are going to whack him in the back. Holding the angle. There's a nade being cooked up for this one. It's actually gone into, I believe. Yes, it is. Can't see him because that smoke's there. You never know with the perspective. Now he gets the sprayed up and he catches the headshot on the second man as well. Almost worked out for him beautifully. Example in the end. He got the double knock, and now ENCE can move on that.
ENCE surrounding this. Mitraleius wants none of it. He's going to stay put. He doesn't want to get involved in the fight. Can they clean this up cleanly? Compot still could be in a big position to make it trickier for ENCE here. But you can see Tornado Energy are falling now. There's the flush on the first.
That's got him.
miikaz, that could be a huge nade.
And Sadovnik's knock will bleed out. Example as well. And Tornado Energy, who had 4 alive, just got destroyed by the single player. Mitraleius dead center of the next circle. DA. They've had, what, 2/4 already, consistent placement in the points, which is going to keep them and carry them through at the moment. So ENCE with the 4 players on their feet now in full control. Trainhard are the only thing really stopping them, and Mitraleius in the center.
Let's see what Mitraleius can do. Can he jump to a second, or will he be third? It always feels like that individual player could maybe make something dangerous happen here. But let's look at the terrain and the territory in front of these teams left remaining. Trainhard has a little bit of a defilade to work with, but not a great deal of cover. So you've got to hope they have smokes or something to build a way in. Whereas ENCE are at least in the circle for now, so they have that benefit and a little bit of high ground to boot. So that's quite nice for them.
Well, there was no smokes on Solar. I didn't get to see Phantom. Or Fexx. Okay, so he's got 6 Phantom has. Okay, so he's stacking them all out. Mitraleius. Dump everything on the floor.
Pretend to be dead body. Survive.
Well, they see each other. They know the positions now. Who's going to start flanking around? There's SKUIJKE and TRYFFELI are pushing center point, and there's Mitraleius. Gets one, got the tree to work with, can get SKUIJKE down here. No, it doesn't quite work out for him. Will go down, but he caused enough of a problem that Trainhard can push.
They've got to push this now. If they don't make this happen right now, they're going to lose the opportunity of a lifetime. Phantom, they're going to pin down Rustanmar as best he can, keep him under pressure. Has to hit the reload. SKUIJKE's made it up. TRYFFELI's still knocked at this point. miikaz gets a glimpse of them trying to use the lower ground. That's slightly further to the east. This is still very, very even.
Yeah, it's a full DMR battle now. Back and forward. Who can land the shot? That nade's lined up for SKUIJKE and it's looking good. It's going to go straight towards vehicle, but he actually pinged off the tree, I think. The first one to it. So quick smoke there from SKUIJKE to block off that angle. TRYFFELI's still down and out. So it is a 3v3 right here.
For now, gotta say, Trainhard have really nice angles to work with. They found them under great deals of pressure, even though ENCE did get that engagement against Mitraleius. Solar still looking for a new way forward. They're looking confident too. Been around, trying to find a way in towards that center point. Phantom gets isolated, but there's the knock at the back. miikaz just got picked up. This is not looking so good anymore.
And Rustanmar's so low. SKUIJKE's going for the revive, I believe, on TRYFFELI. So it's a chance, but Phantom's trying to find the angle. The vehicles may well block him. Definitely saw SKUIJKE going back to position. Couldn't get TRYFFELI back up. That shot almost down in Phantom. Now he goes for the revive.
SKUIJKE. This is
look at
dangerous.
Fexx.
Yeah,
Fexx is flanked.
He's basically cut off the other two. Rustanmar and miikaz now have to get past him. This allows the other two players for Trainhard to be able to focus on these, on SKUIJKE up front here.
Rustanmar is flanking around though, so Fexx has got to be careful he doesn't get outflanked. miikaz and Rustanmar. So that tells me maybe someone's told them that they've heard someone over the side. And they're just trying to cover that position.
Yeah, this revive is massive. Getting ENCE back up to 4 gives them so much more room to work. Even if your vests, helmets are broken, doesn't matter. There's another trade there for you.
Yeah, this is not the battle we need to see. Fexx is.
There it is.
They know where he is. They absolutely know. They're pinning him out. You can see they're trying to chase him down. We're looking at Phantom, but Fexx has been there. And that's the flank gone. Now it's a 4-on-2. They can just focus their position. miikaz, Rustanmar, they stretch out. Fexx will be finished off. They've got Solar pinned down. And Phantom's the only man they have available to pivot.
It should be SKUIJKE or TRYFFELI here who are going to get there first, at least towards one of the angles. Solar just going to be healing while they close in on the east and the west. Yeah. They know it. If they can maybe isolate one, they can make a final stand, but it's not going to be likely here. TRYFFELI and SKUIJKE knocking at the door. Solar aware of the current predicament. Phantom on the other side has to deal with miikaz. And, well, they get one of the knocks. Phantom now down to 1v. Not sure because we couldn't see it, but it's ENCE picking up the win.
A 10-kill victory for ENCE. The boys are back. The Finns deliver. Is it going to be enough to carry them over the line? Well, it's a long way to go still, but they will get themselves their first chicken dinner here on day 1. And it's something they absolutely needed because they've had a dreadful start. They got something from Sanhok, but not a lot. Miramar was very much a write-off, so 20 points are absolutely required for the boys from the Easy for ENCE brand. Still think they need to change that tag. It's not gone well for them since.
Yeah, happy to see ENCE doing well though. Felt like a long time in the making, so glad to see them at least picking this up here. And stoic as ever, the old Finns.
Down with the old Finns, I think that's what Pansy just called you. I don't know whether that was an insult or a good thing. miikaz, finally a win on the board. It's day 1, so I guess, you know, you wanted to start strong. It didn't look that strong this morning, well, or this afternoon when you started, but you've got better every round. Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, first game 0 points was rough start, but after that we've been building up. We got 6 points, got 7 points, and now I think we got like 20 points. So it's going the better direction, I would say.
You guys obviously had a terrible season. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to say, oh, it was a bit rough. But no, you've had a terrible season because you were Phase 1 How do you go from Phase 1 champions to being in promotions?
I don't know. It's just on the Phase 2, it's just started going downwards, and we lost our confidence, I guess, and we started building it back kind of towards the end of the Phase 2, but I don't know. It was just rough on Phase 3, and we missed the communication and just didn't lack all the confidence we should have.
How is it now? I mean, you seem a bit happier. I see smiles now between you as well.
Yeah, I mean, we are used to play the circle like this, and we know it's always going to be the good game, so it's getting there.
Not quite easy for ENCE yet.
No, not yet, but we're getting there.
Okay, good stuff. Well done, boys. ENCE winners, obviously, of our chicken dinner number 4.
It's a masterclass in how to play PUBG from ENCE on Erangel there. Impressive performance from them.
Yeah, we saw early on they went for a north side towards South George, and then they had to fight the inside there straight away. No, sorry, was it inside? No, it was
ELGIGANTEN.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. And
They
then
didn't fight them, to be honest. It was a rotation, and they caught one out.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite sure that ELGIGANTEN will be playing North George, so it's kind of unlucky. But it was he drove him over.
Then moving over, they did a very good rotation towards the east once they saw the circle as well. And from there, they just played it excellent. We saw them, I think it was circle 4, when most of the teams were on the south side, more or less. We had ENCE on the east side, and they were basically just pushing everybody down to south. They wanted to have that control. They wanted to control everything by themselves, and forcing all the teams to south, they forced the teams to fight there while they could just hold them out.
What was impressive for me here is that ENCE, a team that usually plays up around Saki, they rarely get any, or they rarely did get any east circles in PL. Here we get an east circle, but they happen to be on the west side of the map, but still managed to get a good rotation. And I'm so happy to see them being able to pull something like this off. And as you said, Frost, their end-game control, map awareness of all the other guys, it's just, as you said, masterclass here. Very well played by ENCE. This is the ENCE I want to see.
And yeah, we also saw them here when they were pushing Tornado Energy as well. How they had miikaz going on the south there, flanking them around while the others were taking more of a northern approach. So they were basically a diversion while miikaz could just sneak in there and try to make some damage.
I think SKUIJKE managed to get 6 or 7 kills here in this match here out of the 10. So very nice performance to see from SKUIJKE, of course, the happy smiling guy of ENCE, the only happy smiling guy.
I mean, that's pretty important to have it on him as well, because he's gonna bring up the morale. He's the loud one in that team.
Yeah. He is, indeed.
We spoke about the snowball effect. I called them the tumbleweed, but the tumbleweed is starting to speed up. I want to jump all the way back to the start of the game where we saw some of those fun little arm wrestles. You mentioned it with ENCE. They did it, but a couple of other teams as well. A bit more fights over drop spots. And this was, if someone's watching at home, they might go, well, why are you risking this so early on? But it is like you said at the start of this, it's all about dominance, right?
Yeah, you want to be dominant about positions you want to be playing. And this is day 1. This is the time you want to make those moves, because further on, people will kind of know where all the others will be playing. They will have their spots. Now is the time to show everybody else, this is where we are going to be playing from. You don't want to come here. We fought you last time. We won that fight. You go somewhere else.
You go sit down over there. You're not coming here. Talking about sitting down, because they haven't quite stood up yet. PG18, top spotting contenders. We've now seen them on 4 maps. Unlucky day.
And 4 kills, so 1 kill per map on an average. Unlucky day, unlucky start. As I said, I mean, if you're going to have such a rough day here, with 5 points in 4 games, if they don't manage to pull off something great here in the last game, they're going to be looking to be very far behind, because our top 8, like our top to mid pack, are actually very top heavy already. Our 8th place, ToWzErA, will have 25 points after this, so they're going to be very far behind unless they pull something off here in the last match.
And I mean, being a little bit behind doesn't really matter, but you don't want to be too far behind. That's the whole thing. Being too far behind, it's going to be a struggle all the time to try to catch up.
We do have to draw attention now to how impressive that ENCE performance is. Again, we said masterclass. We'll just keep throwing that word around. You can see it here when you start looking at the stats.
I'm happy to see SKUIJKE up there. As Frost said, he's definitely the guy you want to have high morale on. He can be a very emotional player as well. We heard him multiple times in the PL as well. But look at this, 1,000 damage as well. The 1K club proven here. in the PEL Promo. It's nice to see. I thought we were going to see more than that, but Jazza coming close, Alia coming close. We saw it on the Miramar match as well. We saw a few ones getting very close to it. I think we're going to see 3, 4, maybe 5 guys join the 1K club.
That nade from Alia as well, straight onto Unity. Oh my god, that was beautiful to see.
Although, nice start here on the Erangel map. Very jumpy circle there.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see Airstation Mike to make that full send. I was expecting them to push on the prison rocks, take control of that. They could have maybe had a potential to wipe out Train Hard, but I don't know. I feel like they have maybe had some information that we don't know, but losing 3 players like that and then losing Jazza a little bit later, they managed to get 6 kills though, so all a decent match from them.
It was pretty weird, but at the same time, they did it pretty early, so I feel like they thought that, all right, we're pretty close, we can do this pretty quick now before anybody catches us off guard, which
maybe
didn't really happen though.
I don't agree with the full send in phase 5 or 6,
Yeah.
to be honest. It's too late. You have to do it in phase 4, maybe just when phase 5 pops, do it there. And the position, they had full control of the West. They just wiped ELGIGANTEN out. They have full control. Why not take the rocks there? Well, we can question them later, and then we can maybe bring back some of the knowledge they had.
I mean, also, like, going to where they went to, it's not really a good position to play from.
It was like in a dip with a car, like everybody can throw a nade there, everybody can't have the uphill advantage. I don't know.
A little bit of that inexperience, the Contenders inexperience, if you like. They've been playing in Contenders, but now you're in the LAN environment, you're sitting here. You make a panicked rush decision. I'm going to put it down to that. We'll have to speak to them and find out, but I think maybe it was just we'll just try this out and see. I want to draw attention to Digital Athletics, though, because I think that they're playing, and this is, I think, something that comes into play here when you've only got these 4 days. You've only got 5 games a day. Time is short. To start playing a little bit strategically, conveniently, they've always made sure that they keep one player alive and push them through to get into those sort of final 5 positions. Consciously, maybe thinking about the points?
Honestly, that's what they excel at. When they go from 4 players down to 2 or 1, they have 1 player go to the middle, early enough to not be spotted by anyone else, early enough to be in a spot where he doesn't draw any attention, and then magically make it into the top 5 by surviving, which is like, I think that's what most teams should be doing as well. When you're down to 1 or 2 players, you can't play the same playstyle when you have 3 or 4 players live, but they continuously do it. And they manage to get and salvage points again and again and again. And even if it's 20 matches, if you just manage to get 2, 3 points on an average on your bad games, and then you sometimes have a really good game, that's going to put you somewhere in the top 6, top 8 at least.
I don't want to see them do that though. I want to see them play the edge, because
I agree.
We're all seeing when they play edge, that's when they are fierce. They go and they kill everybody. But we still keep seeing them pulling into center, not even just with 1 or 2 players, but sometimes even with 3 players. And going for a center to a shack where they can't do anything with 3 players is kind of not working out.
We saw some Miramar games in the phase 3, like where they were just popping off. That's the kind of style I want to see.
Yeah.
It is, there's so much on the line. 4 spots, PEL. What is is this the sort of conversation that's happening? We mentioned with Digital Athletics, we don't want to see it, but is this a conversation that starts happening now, 4 games in, where you go, okay, how do we get points on the board? Do we need to slow this down? Maybe we don't play so aggressive. We wait this out so we can finish in the top 4. Do the other teams start having these conversations now and trying to maybe do a bit of maths in their head? Or do you think everyone's still going to just keep jumping in going, you know what, we just have to play our game?
If you start putting that into your head right now, you're going to do bad. It's way too early to start thinking like that. You got to start thinking about your game. What is going wrong? What is going right? How do we do better from here on?
Yeah, when you come home today, look at the replay, look at the VODs, take over, put a new strategy up, change your strat a little bit if you're failing, if your tempos keep doing the same. But to be fair, like, as Frost said, play your 5 games today, go back, reevaluate, go into day 2 with your change strategy or revitalized kind of mindset.
One last game tonight, though, so someone can go out there and pop off. This is all about learning a little bit about our contenders teams and, of course, the potential for new teams that might be in the PEL in 2020. Let's meet one of the new teams.